Well, Slalile Wafetu. A very well fought for game. Sazamile, guys. But at the end of the day, I think it was not meant to be because we failed. We failed to make it to where we need to be. But I think so far, because looking at the game, I feel like this is one of the reasons why, a lot of supporters, a lot of Kaizer fans are not happy with the coaches. It's the decision making in terms of certain things. Now, I'm happy, guys. We try to keep consistency with the lineup. That is not the bad thing. Actually, it's not a problem. But at the end of the day, also we need to remember that we are playing against a team that I can say it's a different team. Now, that level that we saw against the Polokwane City, I feel like it's going to be the same level that we're going to see against a team like Orlando Pirates and also Mamelodi Sundowns. And remember, after this game, we're playing on the 26th. We're playing Orlando Pirates on the Soweto Derby, and also we are playing Mamelodi Sundowns. Now, am I saying we are going to win those games? Honestly speaking, currently, I do not know, because of the form that we are currently showing, or because of the game that we have just played against the Polokwane City. It's not reassuring to say that okay, definitely Kaizer Chiefs is going to go there with a lot of energy and they're going to try and make sure that they win the game. Orlando Pirates played today. They played 3 goals. They played 3-0 against a Golden. No, Amazulu FC. They played 3 goals, to a nil against Amazulu FC, which I was not expecting that. Honestly speaking, I thought maybe they're going to play at least a draw or maybe 1-0, something like that. But then they ended up playing and scoring 3 goals, which is it's kind of a lot. But I understand that it's the players that are currently there. You look at the system, you look at the players. Players like Fukeng, those players are doing exceptional well. He's a kind of special player that even the coach understands that he needs that player. Those are the kind of players that if you take them out, you don't have a replacement for them. Your team is going to struggle. You're going to have a lot of problems in terms of scoring goals, because look at the strikers. They do have strikers, but the strikers do not have a lot more goals than the attacking midfielder. I think is playing mostly of attacking midfielder or as a winger, same as also Napoli. So I think it's Mfukeng and then Apollo second when it comes to our goals. And then with us, we do not have that player that we can say, okay, we can count on this player to give us what we need. But Gaston Sereno is sort of that player. Despite him having a good game, I feel like he came in a bit late. And also with the substitutions, this is why I feel like, fans are against co-coaches. You look at the substitutions that we made. We talked about this during halftime. We said at least if we can bring in Oxum Tetra, he's going to try and stabilize so that we can have a proper win. Last game when we played against Polokwane City, I think things were a lot calmer because we had someone who was helping out in terms of that middle of the park. But now today, things were just not okay. Despite Tabukel having a good game, I think Tabukel had a good game. Unfortunately, it's just the fact that we did not win, so we cannot talk about it. We cannot talk about the performance. Even Brendan Peterson. Brendan Peterson had a very good game. I'm shocked that Umambo won man of the match despite not having a very good game. But yes, he had a good game. Not to say that it was a terrible game. He had a good game, but Brendan Peterson, I feel like, deserved man of the match on today's clash. But I don't know. I don't know how they do things in terms of votings when it comes to a man of the match, accolade or award. It depends on them. But so far, as I'm saying, guys, it's a big of a problem because we have players that I feel like they can try to do what we need to do, but it's like they were not given a chance. I don't understand why today we do not give Mfundo Vilagazi, a chance, but I feel like they've decided they're going to play him we need to give him those, difficult games, those high pressure intensive games, because if we are not giving him, how is he going to learn? How is he going to be able to grow? Look at Mfundo, no, not Mfundo, look at Urele Mfokeng. He's been given those tough games, tough opponents, and Mfana, just went there, tried his best, and he shined. So those are the kind of things that we need to give our young stars chances, especially games like those ones. So we made substitutions. We brought in Luke Botman and then Sisusu Lilepo. I think it was Utuba playing that side, I'm not too sure. And then Sisusu Tuba or Sasusa or Silva. Obviously Silva, for me, I thought like Billy because of Penchini, but then he started, and I feel like if this things would have been better, things would have been different. I've said this also on the live stream. So I don't know, but we brought in Ukanyisa Mayo, obviously, a player who, tends to come a bit deeper, and obviously now he's still finding his feet. And then we to Batman, I think the instructions were clear to Batman. I think Batman and Uvelepai play kind of similar football. Batman was given instructions with Mfana, when you get there, you play the ball into the box, and he did just exactly that. The problem is with Mayo, he's not a great player when it comes to headers, but I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to duplicate what happened on the last game where Rosla came in, he played that ball into the box, and then Ukanyisa Mayo was there, he managed to get a goal. So today we tried to duplicate that. It did not work, and I feel like it's something that we did not understand. Last game, Masim Farah, Besegu late, and also the players were not, that high in terms of intensity. It's a different kind of club. So with this one, Sizamile did not work out. We move on. We needed to do something different. We needed to play differently, but we did not do that. We kept on doing the same thing over and over again, which I feel like it's one of the reasons why also fans are not happy with the core coaches. So right now, looking at things, I'm not too sure. I don't think we are going to win on the Soweto Derby. Someone said it at Kaizer. They might be back, but I don't think they're going to win the Derby. They have not managed to beat Orlando Pirates. Good league. I don't know for how long. Yes, we managed to beat them on the Nedbank Cup. We did exceptionally well, which was a system that others are not giving credit to the coach, but it did work out and it worked very well for us. But now, we need to come up with a strategy, because we can do this, but it's not going to work. I feel like it's not going to work against Orlando Pirates. It's not going to work against Imamari Sundowns. We're fortunate enough to play against the team that they're not very clinical when it comes to, hitting the back of the net. But today they tried very well. I feel like Kaizer just needs to take out money and sign that boy there by Polokwane City. Who's this young boy? Umjitalapana, Utabang Matulidi. Matulidi were fair too. We need to sign that guy. If we didn't go off Utelen Solomons, we need to make sure that we sign Utabang Matulidi, because he's an exceptional player. He's marvelous to watch. Currently, I feel like he's a player that is contending for player of the season. Obviously, my to play season, but we need that player. He's a great player. He's a valuable player. He's a fighter. I don't know, maybe it's because of the team that is currently playing for, but he is incredible to watch. Bafetu Siamdinga. Also give credit to Bradley Cross. He did wonders. He was solid defensively. Also, Inaso Miguel, Nayamniga, credit for today's game. I think he did exceptionally well. So there's a lot of players who, tried their best on today's game. Unfortunately, I'm still going to say it. Unfortunately, we were not lucky enough. We had one big chance, as long as Korangayo, and then we had other lucky chances that we could have used, to score. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. So that is something that we need to work on. We need to fix. We need to come up with strategies in order to see what can we do that is going to work. But if we do not do it, then I don't know. But guys, tell me what do you think about the game. I believe this is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully the next game that we're going to play, we can try to at least get a goal.